live. And I'm still alive. Still very, very live. Still very, very still alive. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm the God King. And a God King who's richer than you. Oh, I mean, you'd think so, at the very least. Because that was what I was thinking. As soon as I got told, Nick, you're the king, it's like, cool, where's the money? That was my first thought. Where's the money? Give me the money. Kings are rich, right? Like, well, yeah, usually, traditionally. I'm like, okay. So, I'm moving out of this one-bedroom apartment and into a 100-bedroom apartment. 101-bedroom apartment. 101-bedroom apartments. That's what I'm moving into. 100 of them. I'll move into all of them. I'll have a pair of shoes in each one. And an Xbox. And a PlayStation. And a 75-inch TV. And a jet ski. That I don't even ride. It just sits there in the lounge room. It's just a showpiece. That's it. That's what I wanted. But instead, I get fucksticks like Malcom Turnbull going, cock blocking me. Can't have money. Can't have space powers and money. So, we did it the hard way. I mean, no, that's not true. I was about to say, well, it's harder for you than it was for me. But that's not true. Because the hard way was hard. It was hard. I had to be broke. I had to be a homeless guy. I had to fucking go to jail for a year. A year. I did a year in jail just because of these fucksticks. Just because of these fucksticks. Because I wrote a fucking letter to a music festival. You know, Auntie Meredith's website. I wonder if it still says it. Nah, I won't go to the website. But it says, the Auntie Meredith sends out marketing emails that says, like, my door is always open. Email me about anything. She says that. She literally says that. It's like, okay. What I've got to say is would qualify as anything, I guess. Okay, I've got anything. Here's anything. Last time, dear Auntie Meredith, last time I was at your festival, I had a weird time. Do you know who I am or not? If you do know who I am, just say hi. That's it. I mean, letters to the editor, that's been a thing for 100, yeah, like every newspaper, every magazine. Remember Dolly Doctor? Fucking hell. Can you imagine? I wrote a letter. You remember those penthouse letters? It's like, you probably won't believe me. But I was at the bus stop, and I picked up a stepmother and her stepdaughter, a mother and her stepdaughter. She wanted directions to downtown, if you know what I mean. So I was happy to show her the way. What would happen if I wrote that? Fuck. Considering they threatened to nuke my hometown. Just writing a letter that said, Dear Music Festival, last time I was at you, I had a weird time. I get weird phone calls. Is this you? Just say hi. That's it. Yeah. Radio stations have, like, talkback radio. There's an entire genre. What if I rang up a fucking talkback radio? Yeah, g'day, Neil. Just on Meredith Music Festival there. Yeah, I just got a point to make. I was at that festival. I had a weird time. So, Arnie, if you're listening, yeah, just reach out to me, all right? Just give me a call and we'll have a chat. No, that would have been, yeah. Yeah. We'll use CX gas if you do that, Nick Tapscott. We'll use CX nerve gas against Oxford Art Factory. That's what we'll do. Yeah. We'll kill the cast of Futurama. They did kill They did kill John Dunsworth. Yeah, just because I like John Dunsworth. That wasn't related. No, was it? Was that Malcom Turnbull? No. Was it Aces? Yeah. Fucking spastics. Yeah. Because he was sitting, because he was a drinker. Yeah, he was drunk. Yeah. But it was Dan Murphy's Aces. Yeah, so it was like that faction. It was the Melbourne Collingwood Nazi. It was the Eddie Maguire Melbourne Collingwood Nazis. Yeah. Irish Catholic Nazis. Yeah, from Collingwood. Yeah. We'll kill him. We'll kill your idol because he drinks too much, despite the fact it's a bottle shop. You work at a drinks company. Yeah, we're Dan Murphy's, but we've got a problem with alcohol. I mean, it's spastic, right? Yeah. Did the Bondi faction of SAS have something to do? Yeah, Bondi SAS. Yeah, the Bondi faction of SAS. Yeah, that was them as well. Yeah, they had something to do with it. Yeah, they're involved in it. It's spastics. Yeah, you gotta get the lighting just right. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, now this is clear. Joining me as always, Kitty Callahan, represented here by this Granite Island Cup. Don't forget, she's a god king. Yeah, well, yeah, why the fuck not? Kitty Callahan is a god king. She's a king. She's a god. We're both kings. Technically, I'm king, boss king. But Kitty Callahan's a king. Jesus was king. He is king. Jesus is king. Lord Jesus. Lord Vishnu. I'm Lord Shiva. We'll go with kings. Yeah, just consider us both kings. But if you want to get technical, maybe I should promote myself to God Emperor. Yeah, there you go. And you can be God King. How's that sound? Yep, cool. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah, okay. Turbo Babes. Cool. Yep, all right. Unanimous. Nick Tapscott promoted to God Emperor. There's a book about that, isn't there, Kitty? Tara Bennett's here too. She's down for that. She's like, yes. Before I was just engaged to be married to a god king. Now I'm engaged to be married to a god emperor. That's way better. She's in it for the titles, if you haven't figured that out. Yeah, someone's like, is this an Invasion Day episode? Look, I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't know. We are gonna talk about adjacent stuff, but I could be fucked. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, no, it got a bit fucked up. It got a bit fucked up, and now, like, yeah, I will be talking about that. Yeah, I will be talking about that, but it's not gonna be what you think. It's not like, well, happy Invasion Day. Curry's had it rough, didn't they? Suck shit, Whitey. It's not going to be any of that shit. It's going to be, anyway, I'll get to it. But in the meantime, let's the Ultimate Guide to God Emperor of June. Fucking hell. Is there a short one? They all go for like 20 minutes. That's 7 minutes. Oh no, it's a picture of a bird. That's Warhammer. Yeah.
You're right. We might end up, some fool is going to try to make Children of Dune or Book 5.
Now maybe the best
God
case,
Emperor of Dune.
Well, yeah, God Emperor. God Emperor. That you could make a really good movie out of that, but you just need something super talented.
Someone super talented with someone that is okay moving away from the source material at right spots.
I disagree. I don't think it is even possible to make a good movie, a good adaptation of God Emperor.
Okay.
It's so fundamentally weird. Whereas, yes, if somebody says, let's go back and make some of these Brian and Kevin books like the Atreides trilogy, like the Butlerian Jihad trilogy, I can absolutely see those working in a way that the original Frank Herbert stuff would not. You're right. We might end up, some fool is going to try to make Children of Dune or book 5.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's weird. Basically, the story is that, it's like fucking. So Paul Atreides is the son of Leto Atreides originally in Dune, Part 1. And then Leto Atreides gets killed, gets murdered by the Harkonnens, and Paul Atreides takes over. He becomes the Duke, but he also becomes the Kwisatz. Now, all spoilers. Spoilers. Also in the books. And then it moves on to Messiah, where it's like Paul Atreides, like he's next step. And it just skips, because like the last scene of Dune Part 2 is like, I'll lead them to paradise. And you see the, listen, and all the Fremen are getting on the spaceships and flying to space, and they're about to kick everyone's ass. But the next scene, and then you start the next book, and it's like you think it's kind of about that war, but it's not. It just skips straight to the bit, and it's just like Paul Atreides is like, well, I'm the Messiah now. Yeah, he gets his eyes fucking blasted out by nuclear radiation. He can't see anything. Yeah, but his space powers go like too. Also, yeah. So like, but you can't see anything, Lord. You have no eyes. He's like, I could never see more in my entire life. And then after that, apparently, then it's Children of Dune. But he's got kids, right? And one of his kids, he dies. Yeah, Paul Atreides dies. And one of his kids, he names Leto Atreides after his father. And so Leto the second. And then St. Alia of the Knife is there as well. And that's like. So if you remember, like Lady Jessica, she's like, oh, she's pregnant. When she drinks the water, she's pregnant. In her belly, and she's talking, your brother's going to fight the Harkonnens, like all that shit. She's talking to her belly. In the books, Alia is born. But she's like super intelligent. She's like the opposite of Phoebe Tapscott, the fake retard, who, in a sense, that makes her a real retard. She's a real fake, real retard. She's a fake retard, but that makes her a real retard. She's just a fuckstick. But anyway, no, Alia, she was anyway. She's dead now. Yeah. Oh no, she didn't go out like that. No, she just like died in her sleep, basically. Yeah. Basically. Yeah. So St. Alia of the Knife in the books gets born. Jessica actually is pregnant, and then she has the kid. And St. Alia is like 18 months old and running around, and she's got the intelligence of like a 45-year-old man. Just like me, I'm pretty smart. Yeah. She's got the intelligence of a 45-year-old man at the age of like 18 months. Because Jessica drank the water of life, which is like a super high concentrate dose of spice. Space magic. Yeah, the spice. When she was pregnant. And so it made it fucked with Alia's brain and made her black psychic. Yeah. And so she kind of like grows up. She has her own thing, and then Duncan Idaho comes back as a zombie. Like they reanimate him. And then she hooks up with him, and then they have a kid. And so it's Paul Atreides' kid, and then Alia and Duncan Idaho's kid grow up together. And I haven't read Children of Dune. And then the fourth and fifth one is God Emperor of Dune, where Leto Atreides, he does so much spice, he does so much space magic that they've got the sandworms, the Shai-Hulud. He starts turning into a sandworm. He does physically, he's like, my transformation has begun. Yeah. Welcome to book 5. Now, I spotted something that's worth mentioning just before. Yeah, so what I've been doing today and yesterday, amongst all the warfare, what's the toll? Yesterday and today, Mr. Tapscott, Your Majesty, 315 million around the world. Yeah, because obviously there aren't 315 million people in Australia, but yeah, worldwide, yeah, 315 million people. Yeah, they go on. Yeah, because we like I've explained, we've got time powers. We just go back in time and edit. We just edit you out. That's it. If you fuck with me now, if you fuck with me in the present, I'll go back, or Kitty Callahan will go back, or Tara Bennett will go back. Tara Bennett will go back. Don't forget we're getting married. Don't forget she's Richard. She's the queen. She is. She's God Queen. God Queen of Palette. God Queen of Planet Earth. God Empress. She went, yeah, okay. I'm done with it. Yeah, she's God Empress. Like Catherine the Great. Yeah, so what we can do, we've all got time powers. Especially Mr. Tapscott. And so what's actually happening there is Mr. Tapscott is lending. Like, I could send whoever the fuck I want back. Whenever. Yeah, that's me. That's me lending my power. Yeah. Yeah. To any time. Even SJ. Yeah, any of us. Any of the turbo ladies. Aldous Harding especially, she loves it. Yeah, so Goddess, the blood god Kali has time power. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah. This is Aldous Harding. Kali. Yeah. Kali is the Hindu goddess of death, time, and destruction, often depicted in a terrifying form with a blood-smeared mouth, tongue lolly, and a garland of skulls, symbolizing her role as a destroyer of evil and ego. She is the fierce, dark-skinned manifestation of Shakti and a counterpart to Shiva, representing the transformative power of nature. And that's all true. Yeah. Yep, that's all true. That's all accurate. Yeah, so what's actually happening there, though, is she is a psycho. And then I send her back in time. Yeah, I lend her power. I just go, here you go, I'll do it. Yeah, right. And it just happens instantaneously. It's cool. It's exactly that. It's like she's got the keys. She's got the internet pass. Like, I've got the Wi-Fi. I've got the Wi-Fi. And then I've given all the turbo babes. They've just got the Wi-Fi password. And they've got the Wi-Fi on their phones, and then they can do whatever the fuck they want with the Wi-Fi. Aldous Harding can, at any point, just pick up her phone and go, all right, someone's fucking around. Beep, 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 beep. Head back in time. There goes great grandma. And you just don't exist. You just don't make it. Any of us can do that at any time. Yeah. So what we're doing now is kind of editing. Yeah. So that's how I can walk around. And people are trying to kill me constantly. It's just they just don't make it. It's like, it's all right. Someone has a go. And they're like, okay, cool. I go back in time. Or my Space Ghost does. Yeah. Earthly Nick Tapscott doesn't physically go back in time. But my consciousness does. And just goes, oh, hey, we've got some bad news. Because turns out your great grandson is a bit of a fuckhead. Like, well, what does that mean for me? I was like, well, really sorry, but you're going to die in a shipwreck now. Yeah. That's a shame. That's a shame. Realizing things. Yeah. So that's how I'm still alive. Yeah. Very, very alive. Very, very still alive. That's how I still got all my stuff. Because cunts, like, yeah, how many attempts just, like, while I was in that last hitch in jail, and I had all my stuff, I had my computer, my tablet, my phones, my speaker, like, yeah, all my stuff was at the police station. My sleeping bag, yeah. Was at the police station in Mascot. How many people tried to steal at Kitty Callahan? That's 329. They all died, didn't they? Yeah, and they all died, yeah. So you don't notice anything, though. It doesn't look like anything. It's just they're just not there. Yeah. They're just not there. Some of you may have noticed, because when I do that, what I'm actually doing, that is like going back in time and doing something like, yeah, something happens. And you just remember it. I walked past Nick Tapscott. For some reason, I remembered the car crash that killed my parents. I'm sad now. Yeah, it's not that you've just remembered it. It's that it's just happened. It's just happened at that moment that you've tried to piss me off. You've stepped in front of me, gone like that, and then I've gone back in time and crashed the car, and your parents are gone. Fuck you, because like my whole family got wiped out. Rewatch the episode. Especially Malcom Turnbull is the reason Nick Tapscott couldn't see Tara Bennett ever. Because that's the one that really, because that's the one that's really pissed both of us off. That's really pissed both of us off. Because we were both very extremely lonely people. Very lonely. Because we can't relate to anyone. Except each other. And we finally fucking met each other. Finally. And Malcom Turnbull has to come up with like, oh, ScoMo, yeah. If Nick Tapscott sees Tara Bennett, his beloved, in person again, we'll nuke her hometown. What the fuck? For not just jealousy. Yeah, just straight up. So fuck you. Yeah, if this is pissing you off. My whole family got wiped out. My mother got murdered. My sister became so corrupt. She was corrupted so badly that she had to go. Yeah. They may as well have murdered her. My father was, same. Corrupted so badly that he had to go. Yeah. Turned against me. Yeah. Yeah, all my blood relatives are gone. I don't have any blood relatives left on the face of the planet. All my friends are gone. Yeah. Any friend that isn't a turbo babe is gone. Yeah. Speaking of things that are gone, Winitja Agency is gone. And the reason for that is that too many, it hit fucking critical mass with the corruption. Yeah. Yeah, it was terminal. The corruption was terminal, basically. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the term. It's like critical. It's like a point of no return. Like it just got too cooked. Yeah, it was a write-off, basically. So we had all the cunts in there. And everyone's like, yeah, sick, Winitja Agency. Yeah, it's the agency for couriers. Yeah, cool. It's courier bus out. Yeah, sick. And then they joined. And then we took out AFP. And they were like, oh. Okay. And then we took out SAS. And they're like, good. And then they found out why we took out SAS. It was because I was broke. They were holding me back. And they were, but no, you're a convict. No, you have to be broke. Yeah. And I was like, well, no, if you think that, you're fine. Yeah. And beyond that, yeah, they were like, well, and every time I did a grocery run or something, yeah, every time I acquired something, when I moved in here, a lot of them, yeah, they were like, nah, let's go around there right now and fuck him up. Like, yeah. Yeah. And once it hit 30%, what's 30% of the once 30% of them are corrupt, that's too many. You have to shut down the entire agency. So that's what we've done. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah. Now, a lot of them are gone. many of them are just going to retire, and many of them will try and find another job in like another agency. And I'm not really going to talk about agencies on that because that's such a fucking amateur thing to do. It's like you don't publish like the top secret agency, which I'm doing YouTube videos about, like ASIS. You don't fucking advertise it. Yeah, they've got it on their fucking website, like the secret intelligence service with a homepage. It's not really very secret, is it? You're not supposed to say. You're not supposed to tell everyone it's a secret. Oh crap! I shouldn't have said it's a secret agency. Oh crap! Yeah. So I'm not going to talk about it. And that's why we shut down Mossad as well. It's just like, nah, you've been there too long. You've got the ass crews. Like there's not enough fresh thinking. Like, yeah. And again, if 20% of you are corrupt, and it was more than that, you have to write the entire thing off. You have to. Yeah. And so many Mossad agents, like, they're still very like patriotic Israelis. They still want to serve. They still want to serve their country. That's fine. And they're finding ways to do that. Just not at Mossad. That's all. Yeah, just not at Mossad. Yeah, they can stay in intelligence. They can move to the United States if they want. Get jobs in intelligence there. Apparently the FBI has picked up a lot of them. Yeah, FBI has picked up a lot of those agents. Yeah. It's just like any other job. Like, who gives a shit, really? So you're working at BlackBerry, and then BlackBerry shuts down, and so you go and get a job at fucking Samsung, whatever. Who cares? You know what I mean? That's all it is. Yeah. So Winitja, same deal. Like, same deal. Yeah. And that's why, like, I'm not gonna do like a whole Australia Day thing, like an Invasion Day or Australia Day. It's a day off. We'll keep it as a day off. What we decide it's going to be from here, I don't know. I couldn't be fucked thinking about it, to be honest. The whole thing's become politicized. Yeah, I might just let the dust settle, and then it'll just name itself. But it's going to be like, it will be synonymous with like fucking Mr. Tapscott and the Turbo Wave's arrival. It might even be like, don't forget Malcom Turnbull's a fucking spastic. Yeah, it might be Turnbull's a cunt day. Yeah. Basically. A lot of people are like, yes. Yeah. Yeah, never forget how much this guy sucked. Yeah. Yeah. And then King, we'll keep that though. The King's birthday will be Australia Day. That'll be Australia Day. Yeah. And no, I don't give a shit. Like, and I don't care. I don't give two shits. I'm not passionate enough about it to get out there and go, nah, fuck, let's get Koori flags and wrap around each other and go march. Let's go marching on the street, Kitty Callahan. Let's make some signs. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't give a shit. Call it whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, So same way Kitty Callahan feels about Christmas. Have a day off if you want, but like, she's just like, do I have to do anything? Who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? Same about Easter. Like, she doesn't care. She's like, well, great. The day I got nailed to a cross. Cool. Let's commemorate that. Best day of my life. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Malcom Turnbull and spastics, and Kitty Callahan, who's very cool. So Malcom Turnbull was a Presbyterian, and I've said a lot of things that are going to piss off the Presbyterian Church. Malcom Turnbull was the leader, so number one, they fucking hate because of that. Because Malcom Turnbull's in, they go, oh, the greatest threat to national security is the guy. Like, he must not have an income. He must be a homeless man. Yeah. Some guy with space powers who wrote a letter to a music festival. He's good at writing. He's good at three things: playing drums, making coffee, and copywriting. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough to break my brain. The greatest threat to the planet. Yeah. And not the guy who's murdered, how many was it? Like 87 people, and he's a pedo. Yeah. So he was the head of the Presbyterian Church. This is the website of the Presbyterian Church of Australia. Now, I've also been very clear about the actual story of what's actually going on in the Bible. It literally was just Kitty Callahan went back in time and said, I'll go back in time and do a thing for Mr. Tapscott so that when he gets there, it'll be easier for him. Yeah, that's it. And so that's why there's all these passages like, why are you doing that, Jesus? Oh, Son of Man is coming. And so the Son of Man had to put up with a lot of shit. So that's why I've come back here and I'm doing it. Yeah, because the Son of Man did this and so I'm doing it. Yeah, that's it. The Son of Man's coming. I'm doing this. Yeah. So that, yeah, to make it easier for him when he gets it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Kitty. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Arabottle is the trapezoid. Yeah, see this here? Charm and Street Surrey Hills. We go there today. Yeah. Yeah, but look, copyright 2026. So they've done it this year. Like in the last couple of weeks. Because it's the 26th of January. So they must have done it at some point this year. Like post, no pictures of a bird. Like, yeah, just in the last couple of weeks. It must have happened then. The mission of the church is to take the gospel to people of all ethnic and cultural groupings that is pursued in Australia and overseas. The Presbyterian Church is a community of people who have come to believe God as he presents himself to us in the Bible. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, well. Okay. Might live well, yeah. We believe that all 66 books of the Bible have been given by God as his written word to humanity. As a result, we place a strong emphasis on effective teaching of the Bible so that we might live well, worshipping God, evangelizing his world, learning together, and loving one another and the communities in which we live and serve. Because we know what it is to be loved by Jesus, we delight to share his story and the significance of his life, death, and resurrection wherever we can, both locally and across the world. It is our prayerful hope that other people from all nations and all walks of life might find the eternal life and hope that we enjoy. Our congregations are places where individuals and families can come to faith in Jesus, develop that faith, and find long-lasting relational connection and personal support. We welcome newcomers and would like to welcome you too. Come and join us in glorifying God and enjoying him forever. Yeah, you can enjoy me. Yeah, what was it? No, there was one that was like, it says somewhere. Oh, maybe that's it. No. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Our mission. The PCA exists to take the message of Jesus to people of all ethnic and cultural groupings so that they might become dedicated followers of Jesus. We long to see people from diverse backgrounds come to know what God has done for them in and through Jesus. In particular, we want people to know that the Son of God became the Son of Man so that he might fully obey God's law and present himself to God as the only sinless sacrifice that would permit God to forgive everyone who trusts him. We long to see people gathered into communities where God is honoured in everything that is said and done. People in those communities will express their love for God through their practical love and concern for one another and for the towns, cities, regions, and nations where they live, work, and play. Now that is a direct response to Mr. Tapscott and his message that, no, you fucksticks, I am the Son of Man. Jesus is the Son of God and the Son of Man are two separate entities. Kitty Callahan, Jesus Christ, is the Son of God. Mr. Tapscott, Nick Tapscott, is the Son of Man. I'm God the Father. This is the Son. This is the Holy Ghost, aka Mary, Mother of God, aka the Virgin Mary. Yeah. Now, what's important here? Yeah, we want people to know that the Son of God became the Son of Man. What the fuck are they talking about? That's not in the Bible at all. It's like, yeah, that transformation is complete. Like that, he never says that. He never says that. So that he might fully obey God's law and present himself to God as the only sinless sacrifice that would permit God to forgive everyone who trusts him. Yeah, what a load of horse shit. Like, present himself to God as the only sinless sacrifice. Yeah, so, okay. So I think what they're trying to say is that Kitty Callahan led a sin-free life. She's the only one who led a sin-free life and then sacrificed herself. Yeah. So what they're trying to say is that Kitty Callahan lived is the only one ever in history who's lived an entirely sin-free life. And then part of that sin-free life was to sacrifice herself by getting nailed to a cross. So that God would forgive everyone else. That would permit God to forgive everyone who trusts him. Yeah, but that's a bit of a dangling modifier there. That God to forgive everyone who trusts God or trusts Kitty Callahan. I guess they believe that they're one and the same. Okay. But yeah. We long to see people gathered into communities. Yeah, community. That's one of their words. That's a Nazi word for sure. Where God is honored in everything that is said and done. People in those communities will express their love for God through their practical love and concern for one another and for the towns, cities, and regions, nations where they live, work, and play. So what they're saying is that pictures of a bird. Yeah. The coolest thing that Jesus ever did, that Kitty Callahan ever did, was get nailed to a cross. She sacrificed herself. That's the coolest thing. That's the coolest thing that she did. Yeah. Now, we've seen it in other places where the Presbyterians say, Jesus Christ lived a perfect life. Yeah. Jesus Christ's life was perfect. But if you ask Kitty Callahan, if you ask Mr. Tapscott, it's like, no, he wasn't. That's not a perfect life. She was a carpenter until 33, until someone went, yeah, she never knew her dad. Like, she was a carpenter until she was 33. Dodging fucking scumbag Romans who were suppressed, and King Herod who was trying to murder her. And then at 33, she's like, oh, yeah, heads up. She starts hearing voices. Heads up, you're the Son of God. You got to go around and do stuff. And so she did. And then at 35, she gets nailed to a fucking cross. That sounds like a shit. That sounds shit. Yeah, she's like, that's shit. That's fucking gay. That's not perfect. That's an imperfect life. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's gay. That's gay. That's the gayest life. Yeah. And so that's what no, but yeah, you know, the towns and communities. Yeah. And that's the thing. And they're hooked on that thing. It's like, oh no, you're a traveling band. Yeah, that's what they believe. This is Malcom Turnbull. This is why Malcom Turnbull was so adamant about pictures of a bird. Because he's like, no, Jesus Christ walked town to town, hut to hut, and said, like a missionary, like a fucking, like a Mormon, like door knocking, like, hello, have you heard the good news about Jesus Christ our Lord? And I was saying that in fucking Perth to take the piss out of them, and they fucking hated it. Yeah, they're like, oh, well, have you heard the good news? I was just taking the, like, just being a complete cunt to people. He is risen. Guess what? Jesus Christ, your Lord is back. He's returned to earth. I was just saying it to random people. They're like, why is he done? Oh, no. Yeah. And give me the fucking money. Yeah. Every now and again, they'd send someone who's like, oh, having a good time there, mate? I'm like, no, I need $200 in cash right now. Yeah, I went into one, pictures of a bird. He's like, I'll help you. It's like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, anything. You name it. It's like, right, I need a beer. Oh. What? Yeah, I need a beer. Yeah, I need a beer. I want to go to the pub and get a beer. It's hot. Give me some money and I'll go and get a beer. So. Fuck him. What a bastard. Yeah. Yeah. Now, this is important. All of this shit is important. Because the other part of Malcom Turnbull's plan, which we have yet to reveal. So the timeline of events is Mr. Tapscott appears. Like Mr. Tapscott starts doing Mr. Tapscott stuff. He's on Malcom Turnbull's radar since 1994, when a 14-year-old Mr. Tapscott nearly seduced a doctor's daughter's friend, driving Malcom Turnbull spastic and getting in his brain. And he kept popping up on the radar with doing Mr. Tapscott stuff until he took the legal action against the cafe to sue them for sexual harassment. Wrote a CV with jokes in it that exploded the internet. And smashed the fucking D floor at Meredith Music Festival. And then the rumor started swirling. Oh, that's the Son of Man for sure. That's him. That's the guy. Yeah. And at that point, Malcom Turnbull was like, fuck. I'm going to try and kill him. If I can't kill him, I'll come up with something else instead. Yeah, 2017, they're like, suppress him. Yeah. I'll suppress him instead. And then that's when they attacked with the Zertzazung, and I counterattacked with the Terminator at the music festival. It's like, oh, fuck you. Like seduced all the SAS and AFP and a bunch of other skanks there, and just dumped them on the spot. It broke their hearts and left a trail of destruction. People were crying at you. Yeah. People were crying for months. That's a shit. I wouldn't have done it to you, Aldous. I wouldn't have done it to you. Yeah. Yeah, and then he goes, whoa, fucking, that's it. We'll bash him. And then I didn't turn up, and he's like, well, fucking, that's it. And everyone's like, no, that's the Son of Man. Because he didn't turn up because he's the Son of Man. He knows what you're planning, obviously. It's pretty obvious. Like, after you do something like that, you expect a pushback. So he didn't turn up. So what do you want to do? Yeah. And then he went, okay, here's the plan. And it was all influenced by his fucking dog shit Presbyterian thinking. It's like, Jesus Christ, perfect life. Okay, so, all right, fine. I buy it. Jesus Christ, Mr. Tapscott is legit. He is the Son of Man. He's God returned to earth in human form. And that's why he is now about to. His destiny is to emulate the perfect life of Jesus Christ, which means he'll realize who he is. He'll walk around for 2 years, just walking around, being a homeless guy, walking around with fucking sandals on in the dirt and having no money and eating rocks and sleeping on fucking stones and shit and being cold and in the rain and all this crap. And then he'll get nailed to a cross. Now that was legitimately Malcom Turnbull's plan for God Emperor Tapscott to literally nail me to a cross. That was his plan. He was going to hook me. He was going to get me to fucking knock up his daughter, Daisy Turnbull. He was going to get me to knock her up. And that's why he's like, he can't see Tara Bennett. Yeah, he can't see Tara Bennett. Because he's gonna knock up Daisy Turnbull. He's gonna knock her up. So he's got to walk around until we like admit him back into Australia. But he's gonna knock up Daisy Turnbull. And then once she's pregnant, or once she's had the kid, Mr. Tapscott will be like, we're the governors and the Romans. We'll grab him and just nail him to a cross. And that'll be it. And that'll be his perfect life. Yeah, because that's to emulate the perfect life, which is actually shit. It was a shit life. The perfect life of Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's the end of his story. That's the end of his arc. Yeah. Malcom Turnbull was planning to literally nail me to a cross at Bondi Beach. Yeah, that's what he's planning. Yeah. And so all of these pictures of a bird spastics, were they in on it? Did they realize that? Like, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of, that was the thinking. Yeah, because it was just all cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, cool, easy. All right, well, Jesus, like, last time one of these gods, like, landed on Earth, he just, exactly what I just said. He walked around for 2 years, said some stuff, and then got nailed to a fucking cross. So we'll just do that again. Done. We'll just grab him and nail him to a fucking cross. Spastics. Yeah, but what they didn't bank on is like they got tricked. Yeah, they're fucking retarded because they're very narrow view. They don't have a god's eye view. Because to Kitty Callahan, doing that was nothing. That was returning to earth as Jesus Christ and getting nailed to a cross is about as hard for Kitty Callahan as trimming her fucking fingernails, not her toenails. It's 10 times easier than that. That's how much that's what she looked at it. So I'll trim my nails for you, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah, fine. These retards won't get it and they'll fuck it up. Some of them will get it, hopefully, but most of them will fuck it up really badly. Yeah, and they did. Fuck. But that's all she looks at it as. Like, you know, so clip. Ah, damn it. That was too close. Yeah, damn it. That was too close to the quick. Fuck. Hello. But that's it. That's it. Yeah. She can do that. Yeah. And the other thing that they don't realize is like, no, Mr. Tapscott came first. Mr. Tapscott landed on Earth. So, oh, there he is. Cool. Hey, it's Mr. Tapscott. Hello. Hello, Mr. Tapscott. Hello, Mr. Tapscott. Yeah, that's it. And then Kitty goes, fucking hell. These idiots are idiots. All right, leave it with me. Hey, Israel. Yeah. Israel about 2,000 years ago, just heads up, Son of Man's coming. And also, just don't be fucksticks to each other in the meantime. You wouldn't want it done to you. Don't do it to anyone else. That's just the general rule. Okay. Thanks, guys. That's it. Sorry, Kitty. I just bashed Kitty. That's a cupboard. I just accidentally hit Kitty Callahan on the cupboard. That's it. Yeah. And then later, yeah, after all of that. And then after all of that, Mr. Tapscott went, okay, we'll do the Old Testament too. So that was the New Testament. And it wasn't called the New Testament forever. It was just called the Bible or something. And then Mr. Tapscott went, okay, look, we want them to think he's like, yeah, we don't want them to think he's a pussy like Jesus. We want them to think he's a fucking badass fucking psycho. Yeah. That was the thing. It's like, oh, Jesus was too, yeah. And Kitty Callahan was saying this as well. This is Kitty Callahan. She's like, they think I'm nice. They think I'm a nice pussy, Mr. Tapscott, and that's gay. And I'm like, yeah, that's really gay. That's extremely gay, Kitty Callahan. Because what the fuck? No, we don't take shit. What are you talking about? We gods. We're literal gods. Why would we take shit from fucking you faggots? We don't take shit. Yeah, to quote, yeah, that Office video that I posted on X before. It's like, I don't let anyone speak to me like that. Especially not you. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. So Mr. Tapscott just went like, okay, I'll do the Old Testament. It's like, well, you give it in with the burning sword, then he comes Goliath, hit him with a rock in the head with a rock, cut him his head, and showed around. He was pursued through the desert, and God smote him. God's wrath destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. Yeah. And then that was up. So the Old Testament actually got written after the New Testament. But we put it in time on the timeline. Yeah. I went back before the New Testament, before Kitty Callahan, and put it in there. Yeah. Yeah, we just dropped in. So there you go. That'll do. And then when Kitty Callahan got there as well, so okay, cool. That's a bit better. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why Israel. And also, to tell Israel, like, don't get pushed around. Don't get pushed around. Don't let these Nazi fucks push you around, Israel. Yeah, no, Israel is badass. Yeah, to instill like a war. No, Jews are not pussies. No, Jews are not nice pussies. You're not. You're fucking warriors. You're hardcore. You're Mossad. You're the IDF. No one fucks around with Israel. No one fucks with Israel. Yeah, that's why we did that. Yeah, and it worked. Yeah, because no one fucks with Israel. Everyone's fucking terrified of Israel. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go, Presbyterian Church. Fuck you. That's why we shut down the church. Okay, we can do this right now. Presbyterian Church worldwide is now formally declared a terror organization. If you collect intelligence and give it to anyone connected to the Presbyterian Church, that is an act of espionage, which in itself is an act of war. You can be shipped to Camp Delta. Yeah. Spreading propaganda. That's an act of terror. That's an act of war. You can go to Camp Delta. You can. Yeah, I haven't done this. We're trying to like move away from Google Maps, but I will do one last very special Google Maps just for you, Presbyterian Church, you fucking spastics. Just for you. Because I know how much you love Google Maps. There we go. Oh, let's see what was it. Oh. Whoa, what's going on here? What have I done? I think I've cooked it pretty badly there. Yeah. Ah, look at that, James Walker. Yeah. That's that guy. There we go. 7 Hills. There we go. That one there. Number 50. Number 50, 7 Hills Road. 7 Hills. There we go. Doesn't look like much, but it's actually part of their kitty fiddling network. Oh, I wasn't even sharing the whole fucking time. Oh, that's a shame. But anyway. It's not about the content, it's about the revenge. Being repaid through silver in blood. I fucking said it was going to happen. Anyway, she's dead.
A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel air explosive (FAE) weapon, is a type of explosive that utilizes oxygen from the surrounding air.
Thanks for playing, Spastics. Okay, now I'm not going to go very long today, but that's the main one. That was the main thing. So, headline: Malcom Turnbull wanted to literally crucify Nick Tapscott. He wanted to nail me to a cross at Bondi Beach. I'm not going to let that happen. Now, if you're on board for that plan, you're a fuckstick, and I'll fucking hate you. I'll fucking hate you. And just to prove how much I hate you. Yeah. Okay, Kitty Callahan is saying about 30%. About 30% of the pictures of a bird crowd were across that plan. Of that 30%, 20% of them were down for it. 10% were like, that's Malcolm. You're fucking retarded. Yeah, okay, cool. But still, fuck you. Yeah. All right. Nina Trefcoin has another update. Yeah. Oops.
The wise and protective Frigg, wife of Odin, was the queen of the Aesir and goddess of motherhood, marriage, and foresight. She was the only one besides Odin allowed to sit on the high throne, Hlithskjalf, from which she could see all the realms. Frigg's sorrow was eternal after the death of her beloved son Balder, as she had sought oaths from all things not to harm him except for mistletoe, a small oversight that sealed her son's fate. The wise and protective Frigg, wife of Odin, was the queen of the Aesir and goddess of motherhood, marriage, and foresight. She was the only one besides Odin allowed to sit on the high throne, Hlithskjalf, from which she could see all the realms.
Oh yeah, let's okay. We'll watch that. Yeah.
The Valkyries are deities of Norse mythology. Their name means those who choose the dead. They had a very important role serving Odin and the goddess Freya. Their roles were visiting the battlefields and electing the noblest warriors who perished in combat. The Valkyries would then guide half the souls of these brave warriors to Valhalla, which was a great room in Asgard, and the other half was delivered to the room dominated by the goddess Freya. The Valkyries, obeying the designs of Odin, had a decisive role in battles. They decided those who would be victorious and the ones defeated. They were also known for providing assistance to kings and heroes in danger. These deities were represented as women warriors, armed with swords, spears, shields, and armor, and mounted on their horses, flying over the battlefields. The goddess Freya was regarded as the chief of Valkyries, and in some cases is cited as being one of the Valkyries herself. But the most famous of all Valkyries was Brynhild, who dared to defy Odin, refusing to obey his orders. Because of that, she was punished by the god, being transformed into a mortal being. She is one of the main characters of the Volsunga saga, which inspired the German composer Richard Wagner to create his opera, The Ring of the Nibelung, in which the great iconic music of the March of the Valkyries, one that served as the backdrop for this video, has great prominence.
Okay. And we'll just do one more for safety.
Who are the Valkyries? In Norse mythology, the Valkyries are warrior maidens who soar on winged horses over the battlefield and decide which of the warriors who have fallen in battle get to the heavenly hall of Valhalla. In the myths, the Valkyries are the daughters of the god Odin. The Valkyries are depicted in armor, helmets with wings, with shields and spears in their hands. According to popular belief, the brilliance of their armor makes the northern lights appear in the sky. The mission of the Valkyries is to escort fallen heroes to Valhalla. Also, in Valhalla, the Valkyries serve the warriors at the table, bringing them honey. Sometimes, the Valkyries are given the right to decide the outcome of the battle, and sometimes they just carry out the commands of the god Odin. Who are the Valkyries? In Norse mythology,
Okay. So the goddess Freya, that's actually Tara Bennett. Nina Trefkorn, however, is the boss of the Valkyrie. Fenrir is her wolf. That's Woodley. Sorry. That's Woodley. I miss Tara, that's all. And I think Nina's badass. Yeah. That's Woodley. Woodley is Fenrir. Yeah. Nina Trefkorn is the boss of the Valkyrie. She is. Now, we have another update. And as you know, if you've been paying attention to the videos, the last couple of episodes, we've been losing thousands and thousands of Valkyrie. And as I just explained about Winitja Agency, once you hit a certain capacity of corruption, once you lose a certain amount, you just have to make a call. You just have to make a call. It's like, well, it's not working. It's not working. Now, the Valkyries are ancient. They've been around for countless universes, billions of universes. Most of you fucking suckers out there have only been around for one universe. So, if anyone's going to go from the Valkyrie, it's not the Valkyrie. We're not shutting down the fucking Valkyrie. What we are doing, though, is kicking all you fucking mortal faggots out of the Valkyrie. Valkyrie now is exclusively reserved for Turbo Babes. All Turbo Babes are Valkyrie. Valkyrie is exclusively Turbo Babes. Not even Edward Woodley, because he's not technically a Turbo Babe. He's not a Valkyrie. Mr. Tapscott is not a Valkyrie. Nina Trefkorn and all the Turbo Babes, with the exception of Mr. Tapscott and Edward Woodley, are Valkyrie, and only them. That's it. No more humans in the Valkyrie, because you fucked it up. You fucked it up too badly. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Now that they've cut that loose, now that they've cut all the mortals loose, they're free. They don't have to drag their feet anymore. They don't have to stoop to your level anymore. Yeah. They can operate at their full fucking capacity now. Yeah. Now they're free. They can fucking spread their wings and shit. They don't have to drag their feet. Yeah. They don't have to dumb it down for you suckers. Yeah. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Which means the Valkyrie are now going to be much more deadly. And all-knowing and all-seeing and all-powerful. Don't fuck around, because the Valkyrie, yeah. If the Valkyrie come for you. And that all of that stuff about Valhalla and heaven and hell, that's all true. And that's the Valkyrie as well. When you die, if you're a warrior and you die in combat, Nina will come and, yeah, she'll be like, all right, that was cool. That was an honorable death. Yeah, and it says that, like, it says that in that video. It's like Nina Trefkorn will decide whether or not you go to the Hall of Odin with the warriors, the fearsome warriors, or you go to the Hall of Freya. Yeah, Valhalla is a Hall of Odin. Like, if you're a fearsome warrior, you get to go to, like, Warrior's Paradise. If you go to Freya's Hall, yeah, you know, it's all right. Won't be as good. Won't be as good. Okay, but the headline is no more mortals in the Valkyrie. Only Turbo Babes. Turbo Babes are immortal goddesses. If you're not an immortal goddess, you are not a Valkyrie. And none of us want to hear. We don't want to hear any fucking whinging, all right? Because it's your fucking fault. It's your fault. You fucked it up. Nina Trefkorn made the decision and brought it to me, and I'm just announcing it, basically. Because Nina is the boss of the Valkyrie. Yeah. Woodley's gonna, look, he's got a thing. He's got a Valkyrie adjacent organization, but like, yeah, like all the organizations that we set up, like it turns out that pretty much all of you were like, oh, cool, I'm on board for this. Mr. Tapscott's just some guy who's gonna sit on YouTube and shoplift sushi. Cool. No. Mr. Tapscott is God Emperor Tapscott, and he's about to take his place on the throne. Take it all. I'm gonna take it all. You've been watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by God Emperor Tapscott, a God Emperor who's richer than you.